Good morning to everyone. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. All it is the morning takeover on 92.7 on your FM dial. WKRA. And good morning again. Good morning. I feel good this morning. I feel good this morning. Every morning that I get an opportunity to come together and you know something? Count it all joy. That's all I can tell you. Count it all joy. And I count it all joy because you know something? No matter what happens, no matter what goes on, God has my back. Yeah, I said it. Some people say, oh, well, you're a broadcaster. Oh, you're a newsman. And you're talking about, I love the Lord. I love him with all of my heart, mind, body, and soul. Yes, I do. Because, see, when you need him and when you really need him, God will come through. Even when it seems like things are dark and when it seems like you can't see your way, no matter what happens, no matter what news is reported, I tell you something, he is there. He's everywhere, equally present at the same time. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? I tell you, I'm enjoying myself. I have, I just refuse to let anything get me down. I refuse to let any circumstance that come my way uh, get 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 me bogged down with anything. We just got to stand on things, and we got to stand on knowing that the directions that we go and when we encounter things in our lives that we got a hoping knowing that everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. All right, so I ain't mean to sing. Good morning. I know y'all said, what's wrong with this man this morning? What is happening with him? I mean, good goodness, he's singing and everything. You sometimes got to encourage yourself in the midst of everything. Good morning to everybody in the chat. I'd like to say hello to all of you. Good morning to our wonderful listeners on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. Everyone that's listening within our region, everyone that is tuned in wherever you are. You may be in your homes, your places of business, no matter where you are, in your car, at the gym. Um, you maybe just just walking or walking your dog listening to. I'm just glad that you're here with us on today, and it's just a wonderful day. Every day is a true blessing. Listen, let's get to the weather. Listen, get ready today again. It is getting hot again after that brief uh pause in the heat last week that we had here in the region, and we had a lot of rain and a lot of showers that cooled things off, but grew the grass. So I know a lot of people going to be out cutting their grass and trying to get everything together. But we're just happy that we have this opportunity to feel the heat. But it's going to be hot, folks. The heat indexes and the heat values are going to go up to almost 110 in our region. And it's going to cover much of the mid South and our area, excuse me, and our area for today and tomorrow is really going to be hot. So look, help your body cope with the heat by drinking lots of water, find some shade, air conditioning, take frequent breaks if you're outside. Those of you that are working outside, there's a lot of construction, a lot of things going on outside. Kids are playing. School is starting, so they're getting prepared for preseason for football and for various outdoor sports. Please make sure that the children are hydrated out here in the heat. Don't expose them to extreme heat that's going on, because it once your body can adjust to the heating of, as your body heats up and your body has to adjust, it could cause some problems. So please drink a whole lot of water. Listen, folks, if you're going out with the little people and you're going here, you're going there, please take them inside with you. Do not leave your children in a car or your pets. Think about the pets out there. They don't have a mechanism to cool themselves down as we do. Please stay hydrated and take care of those. Watch out for those that are round about you and that they will stay cool also. Right now in Oxford, it's 81, Olive Branch is 80, and at WKRA, Holly Springs, Memphis and Shelby County area, it is 81. And we're just glad to um, be able, again, like I said, to be here. Listen, I want to drop this little tidbit. I had a situation. I ain't gonna get involved in it, and I got a message from some people, and they said, James, we enjoy the morning takeover. We enjoy you, and but they had their own things that they had to say. You should say this. You should say that. You should talk about this. You should talk about that. I said, okay, okay. I always try to consider the audience that we have, and I try to make sure that we bring you the finest and inspiration and information. But I took a little time to, excuse me, I took a little time just to evaluate situations and look at things for what they are. There are a lot of things that are going on in our community, in our nation. There is a lot of rush and hustle and bustle that is going on. People are talking about this, they're talking about that. And I often wonder, when will we just sit back and just breathe a little bit, meditate a little bit, just get our thoughts and our hearts and our minds together and just allow things to go forward. Do the very best that you can to allow things. There's some things that are beyond your control. There's some things that um, in our everyday life that we wish we could control, but we can't. And what do we do with everything that's going on? I got this question for everybody. With everything that's going on and happening, how do you get your peace? How do you get your relaxation? How do you relieve your stress? How do you relieve when things you think that are going to go well and all of a sudden it seems like things don't go as well as you expect them to go? What do you do? Do you panic? Do you call a friend or call a neighbor, or call somebody and just vent or talk? Or what is it that we do, or what is it that you do that you can relieve those things from your mind? It's so many things that we have happening and that we deal with. We deal with the school, we deal with work, we deal with heartache, pains, troubles, so forth and so on. And that's just a question, and I want to see what you all going to say to our audience on YouTube that are watching as we stream our broadcast. I'd like to ask you those questions, and maybe you can drop in the chat how you feel about what's going on, what's happening, and you're like, how do you cope with those things? That's just a side question that we're going to have, and I just want to know what you're saying. Hello to everybody in the bushes. There are a lot of people in the bushes watching and observing and everything. Hello to you. You're part of our group and our family here. We care about you. Just want to say hello to Karen Cox. I'd like to say hello to Tricia Henderson of Sister to Sister, the organization that is helping so many of the young sisters that are out that need assistance and need to come out of the reign of addiction. She's doing a wonderful job in the Shelby County, Memphis, Shelby County area. And I'd like to say hello to Tony Joy Media and Productions. That Tony Joy works so hard to bring great graphics, great videographer. She's a great videographer. She's doing so many things, and I just appreciate what she has done to help the morning takeover and her wonderful company, Tony Joy Productions. I wanted to say good morning to Yvonne Moore. I said what I said out the bushes. Now she's out the bushes. She been in the bushes a minute there, but it's so glad to. I'm glad to see you here, and to all of you, all to Sharon Reed, saying hello to her. Um, Karen Cox, I said hey to her. I like to say hi to Ida, my mother. She's listening and she pays attention. She said, "Boy, you better say hello to me." Yes, ma'am. I did just that. Hello to you. I'd like to also say hello to everyone that had a birthday, everybody that's celebrating an anniversary, everybody that's celebrating your house being empty because of, you're going to be an empty nester. You can do some things as the young people that have graduated high school and getting ready to go to higher learning. We're also rooting for them. There's so much that's going on with vacations. People getting ready to go on their last vacation days and things like that, getting ready to get the kids ready for school. Whatever you're doing, we're just encouraging you to keep on keeping on and just roll with the flow. Listen, this morning, I was also following up on a story about Sonia Massey in Illinois. A lot of us have heard about what tragedy had the unalivement of this sister and at the hands of deputy sheriff in the state of Illinois. And there was an interview that was done with the sheriff of that particular area, Sangamon County, which covers the Springfield area in Illinois, and Sheriff Jack Campbell. I'm really rooting you. You know, we got to pray for our first responders and our people. They're good police officers that are out there that are doing the job each and every day, coming to our rescue, helping and assisting in any way possible. But this particular sheriff, who is responsible for the deputy that unalived this young woman tragically, and there's a lot of other details that are going to be coming out in the coming days. But I want to share something about this particular sheriff, this law enforcement officer who's in charge of in charge of that deputy. And it didn't break my heart, but I feel for where he's coming from because he has to deal with uh, the different situations that are going on. And it reads this. This is how he was talking. He says, "I stand here today before you with open arms, wide open, to ask for your forgiveness." And he was real emotional about this. He says he asked Miss Massey's family and her friends for forgiveness, and he offered no excuses for what has happened, and he's trying his very, very best to deal with the situation that Mr. Sean Grayson, he was the deputy that he's now charged with first degree unalivement of Miss Massey and with battery of a firearm and official misconduct. He's no longer a part of that department. He's no longer a part of law enforcement. He has been in the past couple of years. He's been with over five law enforcement agencies. Somebody should have stopped him while they were ahead, and somebody should have did something and not allowed this person to do that. And it's just sad how the events have circulated, and even there was almost some cover up about the situation. She reached out for help, and she was trying to get help from someone to come to see about a possible prowler at her home, and it just ended very, very tragically. And we're just it just behooves me how things are happening, and we're just praying for, and we're sending our prayers and our regards to that family as and her son, uh, Miss Massey's son, who had to deal with this awful tragedy of losing his mother. There are a lot of things that young people are dealing with today, and that would have been just devastating to me. And I'm just really grateful that man, you never know what people are going through. You never know what's happening, and like I said, in the world that we live in today, we got to be really aware of our surroundings. Look, the Olympics. I wanted to say this too. The Olympics, and I'm not a big sports fan, but I am a fan of champions. I like to see the championships and the Super Bowl and the Final Four and the finals and the World Series. I want to see what's going on. But I'd like to shout out and give a warm congratulations to the U.S. Gymnastics team. They're in Paris, France, and they're uh, celebrating their team win in gymnastics. I saw how they was flipping and carrying on. I said, you know something, that's you got to really have some skill and really have to have some training in order to do the things that they do. Simone Biles and her great team, they got the goal as a team, and we salute them and say congratulations to Team USA that's over there competing and doing the things that they do. I like to see good competition. And, now, let me tell you what, there are always some controversy. And the gymnastics coach over in Russia that they were competing against earlier in the week, earlier in the competition. Said they should change the rules. We shouldn't be allowed to do the. People shouldn't be competitors should not be allowed to do certain acrobatic moves that Simone Biles she put it on them, and we're going to review some of that later this week once we get the full coverage in. We're going to review some of it and look at some of it for those of you that are looking and watching on our YouTube account. We're going to be featuring. We're getting some things together so that we can show you actual video of some of the things as we work our way up, and as we're still a little bit under construction, and we're going to be okay about that. But it's just really wonderful to see Simone Bias and everybody that's doing a wonderful job. And hey, Team USA uh, came and they LeBron James and Team USA. They went up against, or they I think they went up against these guys already. The Southern Sudan played them. Can you imagine? You got Southern Sudan and you got Team USA that's up there doing their thing, man. I mean, they battling and they really they're doing their stuff, and we salute our team. USA, they're doing a wonderful job. I'm trying to find out what's going on and what's happening with the ladies basketball team. Some of the great WNBA players are a part of it, and I'm going to. I'm not sure how their standings are. I think they were playing Japan, and you can catch all of that action wherever you are on your local stations to find out what their lineup is and what they're doing, and what's going to be the next. Competitions that are going up. There are a lot of people that are there. There are a lot of celebrities. There are a lot of people that Snoop Dogg is there. There's one celebrity in particular that I want to talk about. Let me see, what's his name? Flavor Flav. Let me tell you what he did. Flavor Flav saw there was a swim team, part of the U.S. swim team, that needed a sponsor, and they needed somebody to give them a helping hand. Being an athlete, they had you got to get your sponsors, you got to train, you got to do all these things for competition, and it just didn't seem like things were working out for them a little bit. And who would have ever thought Flavor Flav, y'all know who he is. The man that wears that. The brother has that big clock on, and I think he was with Naughty by Nature or something like that. One of those groups, and he saw their predicament, and he sponsored them, and they won quite a few medals. I mean, well, I think they did at some singles and some team events, and he was in the water with them, and it's just good to see when you see people trying to do something and you see people that are trying to they're struggling but they're good at what they do. We ought to invest in them. We ought to be able to pat them on the back, give them encouragement, give them the support that they need to go forward. You never know what a pat on the back would do for a person. And I wanted to say this, and I'm gonna get out of sports in a minute, but I had to bring this here to y'all because I got excited when I was listening to uh, the events in sports. I'm going to say this now. I am a devoted fan of Chicago teams. Y'all already know why. And for those of you Dallas fans and you fans that like the Steelers, most of the Dallas and the Steeler fans are in the Mid South area, and they have their little thing. But I'm a true Bears fan. But I read something, and I saw this the other day, and I wanted to bring this up, and just to go to show you how. Just to go to show you how people that are really talented, how that blessing will open up that door when you done worked hard and did everything. There's a wide receiver by the name of DJ Moore. DJ Moore is now a Chicago Bear, and he has now agreed to a 4-year contract of get this now. I mean, this is some big dough here. 4 years, and over that 4-year span, they're offering him $110 million extension through 2020. Now that's a lot, and you got to take a lot of hits and people knocking you down and everything. And you're a wide receiver, you got to do a lot of things. Kudos to brother DJ Moore of the Chicago Bears for achieving this great and monumental opportunity, not just to make the money, but also um, to showcase his talent. And it's just wonderful to see, just to see that people are going forward doing what they do. And it just does my heart good just to see this. Listen, Megan the Stallion. All right, now see y'all say you talk about politics and things like that and things that are going around. But let's get a little lighthearted. Yesterday, there were so many things that were going on, and there were different rallies that were happening. Mr. Republican candidate, Mr. Trump, is going to be in Atlanta. I think sometime this week. But we'll get to him and the coverage that they're going to have on him today. You're going to be amazed about, not amazed, but I'm going to discuss a little bit about what he's going to do today. But yesterday, the Vice President Kamala Harris, was in Atlanta. Now, a lot of us, we got who we like, or whatever the case may be. But this was something I never seen this particular artist even perform. Her name was Megan the Stallion, and she's doing a great job in her career. I think a lot of people like her. She did a real wonderful job by entertaining the people that were there. They said that it was over 12,000 people in attendance. I think that there was some kind of restrictions that they had because people were everywhere. There were people outside waiting, and this thing is catching on. That it seems like, I mean, the crowd was just great. And in spite of all of that, and I know that I mean, I've seen excitement, but I had not seen anything like this. And the young people are getting together. And when I say young people, I'm over 50. And people that are in their 20s, 18, 19, 20, and 30s, and so forth and so on. They're, the young people. I'm a young people too, but they say you're old school, James, or whatever the case may be. Don't let the gray hair fool you. Don't let the gray hair fool you. I'm going to be, hey, I'm me. But we were looking and watching and the excitement and everything that was going on, and to see the entertainment world come together and root on whomever they like. It's up to you, whatever the case may be. But it's just good to see that, and that Atlanta rally was something, and we're just excited about the things that are going on. There's a real race going on, folks, and this is real competition. And may the best woman or man win. And no matter what side of the political spectrum that you're on, exercise your right to vote. Now, today uh, in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, uh, the Republican nominee is coming to Chicago um, to a organization that I am a part of. I got to get my membership together with the National Association of Black Journalists and Broadcasters. Um, and their convention is being held in Chicago this week. And the former president is going to be one of their featured speakers. I say this: when people invite you somewhere, you can say yay or nay. I've invited many people to respond certain ways or hear uh, uh, to come on and give their opinion about their about what they feel, and those candidates that are running. You can come on here and you can talk, because we're going, if we're your constituents, we'd like to know where you are, and if you want us to be your constituent, we would like to see what your platform is, what you have to offer. So this right now, we're trying to see what's what and who's who. But the former President Trump will be in the city of Chicago today for the National Association of Black Journalists for their annual convention and job fair. Governor J.B. Pritzker commented that on that visit Tuesday night, saying that every time Mr. Trump comes to the Midwest, he tells us this, he tells us that, and so forth and so on. And that's all right. That's okay. We're good with that. Uh, but it's because he's coming to our area, and that area, that's not my area, that's their area. They're preparing for it, and they're trying to make sure that he's secure, because his last visit that he had to the city of Chicago did not turn out too well. There were some protests and some other things going on. Love or hate, love or not like a person, that's fine. But I think that we ought to give a person has a right and an opportunity to go forward. Let them say what they want to say. And because I just said that, I said what I said. And I don't know why I get my tongue twisted up when I say her name. But I said what I said is here. We got other guests that are getting ready to come on also. And also from the chat, we have some guests from the chat that want to come in. But I said what I said is here. I think she has something important that she wants to share with us right quick. Are you there?
Yes, James. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Forgive me. I think you had something that that's pressing, that you wanted to talk and say to the audience. Go ahead.
Yes, I ran across the story also about the black journalists.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
they received a lot of backlash about inviting Trump. They invited
Yes.
him in 2016, him and Hillary Clinton, and he decided not to show up. And
Yes, ma'am.
so the president, I mean, not the president, but the co-chair of the event, Karen Atia, she resigned because in protest because Trump is showing up. They don't. A lot of people really don't want him there because number one, he didn't show up in 2016, and they invited him, but he declined the invite. Um, they're upset because he has attacked a lot of the black journalists when he was in the White House. He attacked April Ryan, Jamal Hill, and Yamish Alacor. I can never say her name correctly, but Yamish Alacor.
Yeah, from the
They all
MSNBC. Yeah.
Yeah, from MSNBC. Yeah, they all tried to interview him, and he was just real nasty to to the black journalists, and so people are upset because the Black Journal Association is allowing him to speak. Also, they don't want Harris Faulkner there because she's with Fox News, and Fox News is always spewing lies. And this is these are serious journalists. They follow the ethics and the value of journalism. You said you are a journalist, so whenever you report a story, you have to report the facts. You can't put any fudge in it, and you can't lie about it. And that's what Fox News has been doing for the last 8 years when it comes to Trump. And so people are upset about that. And also, Trump condemned. Like I said, he's always condemning the black journalists. If he get in office, he said that part of the Project 2025, they're going to jail journalists, and so that's really what everybody's upset about. Like, why would you have somebody here that don't really support journalists and is willing to jail them if they report the facts? And so I just wanted to put that out there so that everybody can be aware of what the backlash is, because a lot of people really just don't want him there. And I don't even understand why he's going this time. I guess he's going to try to show black people that he's really, for them and on their side.
Well, I don't know as far as I've been a member. I have not been an active member. I have to do something. You got to make sure that your membership is up. But I did have that membership with that organization, and it's a wonderful organization. There's a lot of things that are being said about this visit that he's having, and they're really kind of. Wait a minute, hold on. All right, theme song. See, that's why the gremlins is bothering. That means it's time for a break. Stand by. I said what I said. We're going to take our first break of the morning. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I have a guest on. Our guest is, I said what I said. We got another guest getting ready to come up in a little bit to join her. This is the morning takeover on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We'll be right back.
Smack on the wave every morning, every day. Got the 92.7. Tune in, don't delay. Political news and the community updates on the morning takeover. Stream live, stay away. Like and subscribe. He got the content all the time. Share with your crew. Live on YouTube, don't be shy. He's got the facts straight. Never leads you wrong. James Mack, breaking news before the final count. From city lights to the small towns beat, bringing stories real and raw. No defeat on the morning takeover. It's your daily fix. Tune in or you'll miss the ever rolling mix. From the Capitol Hill to your neighborhood block. James Mack on the airwaves, always on the clock. He's the man on the street with every beat.
And we're back on the morning takeover 92.7 on your FM dial WKRA. And we were just discussing the appearance of Mr. Trump in Chicago, coming to the National Black Journalists Association that's happening. Their convention is, and everybody going to Chicago for their conventions. And I guess that's the place to be. Also, just like to remind you that WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial and the morning takeover will be covering the DNC's convention, DNC Convention 2024. I will be on the floor interviewing and talking to various uh, men and women, those that are in office and those that are not, talking to some delegates. Let's see what they have to say about the events. This is going to be a historic convention because of the things that are going on the campaign trail and the events that have been happening over the last week or so. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a interesting one. You can support uh, your man on the street as we go. There is an expense. I'm not asking it. This doesn't cost you anything to listen to the man on the street, but there's some things that we need to do. And think about being a member of our audience, being a member and a part of our, even on our social media platform that we simulcast our our signal and our show each and every morning on WKRA. We broadcast live also on YouTube. And if you're there and you want to be on, you want to support your man on the street, James Mack, you can do so. I am here. You can do it. I thank you for your support. For those of you that can, if you can't see how to, but $sign JEMCCRAY 07, and you can your tools, your fuels, your 50 cents, and your $1, and all those other things. If you want to sponsor, say for instance you have a business and you have a service, and while we're at the convention you can say hi and show your support for the morning takeover show. We'll take you with us. I'm asking that if you'd like to, there is a, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, you'll see the email address is jmccray0307 at gmail.com. Send me all of your information. You want to contact the show, you want to contact your host, or if you would like to advertise, you can use that email address to get to me, and we'll take care of you real good. For those of you that like advertising, we will give you the guidelines and the things that we need to do. Once again, I'd like to say thank you to Tony Joy's media and production, who really works hard behind the scenes. And those of you that are working on the morning takeover team know who you are. But I'd like to especially thank her for all of her hard work and dedication. It's not easy putting things together. We do have some brand new sponsors that are coming on the morning takeover. We do also have some new features that are coming. You're going to be really happy at what we're going to do. And I just wanted to just say thank you to everyone in advance from the morning takeover team. Also, we're here with I Said What I Said. We were just talking about the events that were going on with the visit. Talking about this visit that's going to happen in Chicago with the black journalist who has invited Mr. Trump to be one of their speakers. They did reach out and have reached out to Vice President Harris, and at this time they don't have a response right away. I don't know what's going to happen with that or how that's done. There's a lot of logistics that's done with high profile people like vice presidents and with former office holders that have details, secretary details, and with the events of the past week, everybody's on edge, and they got to plan these things really well before they let those persons that they protect come in. But we're going to talk just a little bit more about this event, and there's something else I want to say about an event that about something that transpired on yesterday. But I said what I said. Do you think that he's going to get a good reception from the black journalist in Chicago. Now he going to Chicago. I'm not laughing at him, but his last visit to Chicago was kind of ugly. Give me your thoughts about him coming there talking to those journalists.
I don't feel like he's going to get a great response because he hasn't treated the journalists right. Like I said, he's attacked the black journalist that was at the White House trying to cover him. And let me just say one more thing about this, about the National Association of Black Journalists. The president, he counteracted, to push back on people that didn't want Trump there. He said that he was going to fact check Trump. And we all know once you fact check Trump, it doesn't really matter because whatever he say, that's what his followers are going to believe. Um, and also, they did ask the vice president asked them if she could do a virtual visit with them. And I guess because she's campaigning, she's supposed to be going to 4 different states this week, and so she didn't have time to attend the summit, and but they declined to have her there. She wanted to do a virtual visit so that they can ask her questions and she can answer them, and she could be on the big screen. And so what's the difference in her being there in person and being on the screen? And so they declined that, and so they're getting backlash for not allowing her to do that. And like I said, those journalists are not going to give him a warm welcome at all because he haven't been nice to the journalists. He haven't been fair to them. And so if I was there, I wouldn't give him a warm welcome also. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't even like journalists. He really wants them in jail because he doesn't want them for reporting the facts.
Well, I think that if he does go to this annual event, it is a real uh, when if for those of us that are in the news media, print or electronic, it's a good event and it's a good convention. It's a good organization to be in, and I think that the memos that were sent out, there is a lot of backlash. But then the charter of the organization and the parts that are dealing with inviting people to come and speak, that platform, that committee that is in charge of it, they are fair and they have been fair by inviting around this time when they have a major national election like we're having. They invite those major candidates to come to come and to participate and to listen to the concerns or maybe question. And I think, and I'm going to look at it from another standpoint. Get him in the room. Let ask the questions, the serious questions that he wouldn't answer with the press corps in DC or the White House press corps. He was very harsh to that MSNBC reporter, and he said some horrible things, But then here you are, and I think that he's trying to make some kind of inroads into a certain dynamic or a certain community, and he feels that this is it. But it's the hornet's nest in there, and that's for any journalist or any not journalist or any participant that participates in that round table that they're going to have. He better come with something because it's either that you're going to step up to the plate and say what you got to say, or you're going to sit there and you got the journalist now. And we know the things that he's been saying back and forth and this and that and the other. And do we pay attention to it? No, but he's going now. You going to the Windy City, and Chicago is already, because of the DNC coming there. It's already a heightened alert. The alert is heightened now because now you have this candidate coming. Oh, excuse me. You have this candidate coming, and a controversial candidate coming to a, as they say, blue city, blue state. We got to really just there's some logistics and some things that have to be done for his arrival. I haven't heard from many of my friends in Chicago that are attending that convention. I'm going to see if I can reach out to some and get a reaction for tomorrow. But I said what I said. I really want to thank you for that. You stand by, don't go anywhere. I got Mr. Lee is here with us this morning, a friend of our wonderful show, and I'm just really grateful. As I said what I said, I sometimes, when we need to discuss some things and we really need to get some things out, we always have some great participants and some great people that come in. And most of you all know Mr. Lee, and the entrepreneur, the man. I know his time is precious, but I'm just grateful for him. And I said what I said when they come on, and anybody else that wants to come on, I'm going to put in the YouTube chat until we get our system to a point where we can get call-ins. If you are on YouTube and you like to come on, we're inviting you to come on the inside the chat. You will see the link. Hey, Mr. Lee, how are you, sir? Welcome back to the morning takeover this morning. Is he there? Okay. Let's see if we can. Okay, I got you. I got you. Stand by, folks. I'm shuffling and shuffling
Let
and
me
carrying
let me
on.
let me push while
No,
you do that, James. Let me push back a little bit because
yes, ma'am.
I don't agree with letting him come and speak in front of the
Yeah.
black people, the black
Why?
journalists.
Why
I
you
just
say
don't
that?
feel like you ought to let the fox into the hen house because he's all about retribution, and
He may be the
I feel
he
like
may
he's
be the
just there to
hen.
take names. Yeah, I feel like he's there to take names so that he can, push back if he win the presidency. And
Well, my thing is this, and I'll extend that a little bit. Mr. Lee, are you there? I had to get
I
the
am here.
okay. I want you to stand by for the 1 second. I want you to get in on this too with both of y'all. I believe him going to Chicago, facing those journalists. He's got now. They don't talk about the panel. There's a good panel. I've seen who the panel is going to be, and he's not going to be. He should have thought about. Um, he should have thought about what he's getting ready to do before he do it. I agree, and I know that there's some in the chat that's agreeing. They with you now. I said what I said. They ain't letting go. You got some people out there that rooting with you and letting you say they disagree that he shouldn't be able to participate. I say let him go. So he can see he may be the hen and they may be the foxes. Okay, you got 12, you got 2 or 3 thousand foxes, and there's one hen. Ain't enough chicken to go around. So I'm just simply saying, let him go. If he want to go, let him go. And in his fashion that he does things, and we all know what he does, he might just be in the pot cooking or what have you. I got Brother Lee on the line with us too. I said, Brother Lee, welcome.
good
Welcome.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning, my
Now you
sister.
see,
Good morning, my
yeah,
brother.
okay, I said what I said. Told me she said here, and I'm glad. And you see, this is what the morning takeover is all about. We might not agree, and that's fine. We ain't gonna lose love for each other. But my thing is, this is what we need to start. We need to have this kind of engagement back and forth to allow people to see that, hey, James, I do agree. James, I don't agree, and he should. He should be able to go or whatever. What is your thoughts? Now I know I said what I said. Say he shouldn't go up in there, hit the fox going in the chicken house. But it's a lot more of them chickens than it is just one fox. I think they'll do something to him. Give me your opinion. I don't know if you heard about it, but if you got any thoughts about him coming to Chicago and talking to this group.
Well, my brother, I would say thank you for having me on, and I would say I appreciate the sister on your platform right now, just speaking. She's extremely knowledgeable. I appreciate her input. I am about this subject that we're talking on now about Donald Trump coming to the broadcasters thing with the brothers. I think that he should get on there, and I think the brothers are smart enough that the brothers and sisters on that the Black Caucus is smart enough to to pick him apart, to figure him out. So I think we shouldn't be afraid of having him coming on because we get to see the stupid on a national level again and
Yeah,
talking on our platform.
yeah.
So we need to have a nice evaluation of what's going on, a continued
Yeah,
evaluation of what's going on,
yeah.
because we tend to have preconceived notions, even though we have a short memory about Donald Trump. I don't know how we do that. Is that this is the same guy saying inject yourself with bleach, and he's saying that he respects, he loves the uninformed, the uneducated. Now he said that was something he said. He loves the uneducated, so he doesn't want educated people to speak, and that's the thing about him. He likes the uninformed, the stupid, and he wants the uneducated. And in this country, to just come to him like that, and we gotta be more informed. In order to get that, we have to have people like him sit there and show themselves and see that the emperor don't have any clothes on.
That's true, and this is a twofold thing. I said to respond to what Brother Lee had said, and then also in our chat, I saw that one of our chat members, I did a correction. It wasn't that she disagreed or anything like that. She did agree that they ought to let them come, and I wanted to emphasize that, make that correction. But I said what I said. What do you have to say about what Brother Lee have said? Let's have the discussion.
Well, it'll be a different story if we knew he was going to speak truth. And we all, like you said, we don't have a short memory when it comes to him. Think about the debate. Everything about the debate was just lies. And I just feel like whatever questions they ask, whatever statements they make, it's just going to be a lie. So why waste time with him? We know who he is. He showed us who he is. And so to me, it just doesn't, to me, it's just wasted time when you could have somebody else on there that's going to speak something that's going to be informative and it's going to be truthful. We know what he's going to do. He's just going to get
Yeah.
up there. It seems like he have a script that he follows all the time.
Well, he
And
don't
I
follow
just feel
much.
like he's going to go by that script and keep lying. So I feel like it's just
Well,
a waste of time. And that's just my opinion, you know.
that's good. Now, but your opinion matters, and I want to just claw into that. I mean, dig into that just a little bit further and say, don't you think? And look at it. Don't you think by him going and knowing that most of my brothers and sisters in broadcasting and journalism that's going to be there is biting their nails right now and just waiting for the opportunity. Now, he's come on their turf. And we've heard the things that he said about the press that with the fake news and he talked about my sister broadcaster in such a terrible way at the White House when he was in the White House. I know. And don't you think I think that no, not don't you think, but I think that if given the opportunity and given the chance, if he gets that opportunity to come up in there, now he's got to come with his A game, meaning that I don't know what script he ain't never followed the script. He can bear, I never seen him follow a teleprompter or anything like that. I think that his opponent is more adverse in handling the press as he does. But I'm going. We're going to go further. Listen, we got another break. We got to take. We got another one of our participants that's going to come up, Brother Lee. You stay right there. I said what I said. You keep it going, Z, because I need to hear how you feel. You said don't let the man come up in Chicago talking about he this and that and lying and carrying on, and don't let him allow. But then there's some people say that yeah, he has a right to come if they invite. They invited him now. That's my organization. I used to be, I was active member of, and they wanted him to come in. We got another guest that's going to be coming in. Thank y'all for participating. Stay where you are, and I'm going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. This is the morning takeover. It is hot this morning, folks. We're just talking about the visit that the former president is going to make in the city, going to Chi-Town, y'all. Y'all know they're getting ready for the convention and everything, and people know he's coming. So, I like to see what's going to happen. My ears are going to be and my eyes are going to be on the television. You're listening to the Morning Takeover 92.7 on your FM dial. This is WKRA out of Holly Springs, Mississippi, Memphis, Shelby County area. I'll be back with my wonderful guests. Hang on in there, folks. Get your seatbelts fastened. We got a show this morning.
James Mack on the way. Every morning, every day. Got the 92.7. Tune in, don't delay. Political news and the community updates on the morning takeover. Stream live, stay awake. Like and subscribe. He got the content all the time. Share with your crew. Live on YouTube, don't be shy. He's got the facts straight, never leads you wrong. James Mack, breaking news before the final call. From city lights to the small towns beat, bringing stories real and raw. No defeat on the morning takeover. It's your daily fix. Tune in or you'll miss the ever-rolling mix. From the Capitol Hill to your neighborhood block. James Mack on the airwaves, always on the clock. He's the man on the street with every beat. Delivering the truth, making your morning complete. Got interviews inside from coast to coast. A voice you can trust, he'll never boast. James Mack on the wave, every morning, every day. Got the 92.7. Tune in, don't delay. Political news and the community.
And we're back on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is James Mack. I am your host of this wonderful platform that we have here on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, saying hello to all of our chat members. We like to say good morning to those of you that are rolled in, y'all coming out the bushes and everything. I got some friends out there, some people. Hey, Kelly Jacobs, we like to say good morning to her. And to all of you that are here, Yvonne Moore is here. I said what I said. Brother Lee is here. And you know something? I have another very interesting person that has been a part and joined our family. Robin is back, y'all. Robin, my sister's back. Like, see, y'all done brought her out the woodwork and everything, and y'all talking. I said what I said. Told the man, don't come to Chicago messing with the folks. Brother Lee say, have mercy on them. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I just want to give y'all an opportunity to come on and to speak your mind, and let's talk about it. But before we do all that, I got a little house cleaning that I want to do. Listen, the James Mack Morning Takeover show is moving and shaking, and we're doing some wonderful things. I'm working in partnership with Tony Joy Productions and Media to do some, we're doing a makeover on the takeover. We're under construction. We're doing some things. We're moving and we're moving, and we got some new sponsors that are coming. It takes some time to get things in place, and we're doing just that. I'm going to the DNC. I will be on the floor. You heard me. I am going to be in the United Center. I'm going to be there talking to everybody in this historic, very, very historic convention that they're going to have. I want to see what they got to say. There's some explaining some folks got to do to me, because the man on the street is going to come off the street and go into the house that Michael Jordan, yeah, he did build it, back in the day. Michael Jordan, lightning fast, he did the jump. and things, and you couldn't get it. You could always get a ticket to go to the. They used to have the Chicago Stadium at that time, and you could get a ticket at the fourth quarter. They used to just let people come in for the TV audience to fill it up. You know, the people that paid the tickets get the first three quarters, and those of us that couldn't afford a ticket at that time, like me and my brothers and everybody, we'd be sitting at the door and just wait for the usher to say, "Come on in, just come on in." Oh, we coming in, we gonna holler, and Bob Love and all them folks then. But when Michael came, you couldn't get a ticket. They had police at every door. They wish you would come up in there. You ain't had a ticket, but James Mack got a ticket to the convention, and I will be at DNC 2024 with bells on. I'm going to go up in there, and along with helping us with the technical background, technical support that we need with Tony Joy Productions is going to help us um, with our technical assistance. I want to just say thank you to that sister. I'm proud of women that are in business that are stepping up, doing what they do, and just a hoot and a holler and a shout out to my dear friend Tony Joy Productions and Media. And I thank you all. Listen, if you want to support your man on the street going to the convention, yeah, it's expensive, things like that. Y'all can send me with a hot dog or something like that if y'all want to do that. That'll be beautiful. On you can certainly do that. I'm not going to keep you from doing it to support your guy on the street. You know, if you want to send a tip or so, you can do that. Our channel on our YouTube page isn't monetized as of yet, and it takes some time and some expense. I'm not going to be like the people that's begging on the TV in the middle of the night, be begging and carrying on, give me $1,000, do this, do this. You know, whatever you do is wonderful, and I thank you. Now let's get back to the lion's den, as I would say. Mr. Trump, the Republican nominee, is going to be in the city of Chicago, the same place that the DNC is going to hold. He's going to the National Black Journalists Association annual meeting, as I would say, the broadcast. All of my brothers and sisters that work in broadcasting and print media are going to be there. And he said he would come, and they're preparing today for him to be there. I'm surprised they ain't got air raid sirens going off and people running around in the streets hollering and screaming and things. It's going to be happening. But we got Robin, our other sister, is on. I said what I said. I got Brother Lee. Thank you, Brother Lee, because I thought somebody about to hit me upside the head and tell me don't invite the man to come and all. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I stay out of grown people's business. You know, they say stay out of grown people's business now. You ain't got no business in grown people's business. I'd like to welcome Robin to the show. Hey, Robin, are you there?
I am here.
Uh-oh, watch out now. It's about to get hot. You stay right there. Brother Lee, you was I want to throw this at you since you're in the minority right now. You know, I'm just the referee, not just a referee. You know, I'm just the man that guides and things like that. Brother Lee, do you feel by you being there, what do you think the reaction is going to be? And I'd like to ask that of Sister Robin too. When I get to it, what do you think the reaction is going to be when he comes to the great city of Chicago to talk to these people? Do you think what kind of welcome you think he's going to get?
He's not gonna be good for him. He's gonna get what he's been giving, and that's not a good thing, and that's not a good welcome. He's been mistreating the minorities, especially African Americans. He's been doing us all kinds of dirt, and we can't just forget about all of that. His past is very tarnished. I mean, this is a convicted felon. This is someone who told you he don't care about nobody but the rich. I mean, this is a guy like that. I mean, he's gonna get a unwelcome welcome, and if you want to say that it is, he's gonna get a negative response.
What's a,
If he,
you got to explain to me what an unwelcome welcome is. What do you help me out a little bit? You got to
I
help me.
mean, they want him to come in, but they're not gonna be a pleasant experience. They asking him to appear, but it's not gonna be a pleasant experience. He thinks he's smarter than anyone. He think he can go in there and steal votes and leave. You're not gonna do that. But that's his persona. That's how he acts. He thinks he's the smartest one in the room. No one's smarter than him, and that's a mistake. So I hope these brothers, which they are, gonna bring they're gonna bring their A game, and these sisters and
I
brothers are
believe it.
gonna bring their A game, and they're not gonna be lacking. They're gonna give him what he did not give him, a platform in that White House when he was, in that White House. He
Yeah.
misused us, abused us, and turned us out. So yeah, we're gonna give it to him.
Okay. Well, Robin, you see, now I ain't mean to say it like that, like it's gonna be some trouble or something,
I know you
But
did say it like slap my hand. You like the baddest one slap my hand.
they don't know nothing about all of that. What you telling our Chicago secrets
Oh,
for and our Midwest secrets for? That you baddest one, they used to do that in school. They said the bad, when you
baddest one.
around the schoolyard
Absolutely.
and these two about to go throw down. They said bad, and somebody out of the crowd would think, and they'll say the baddest one hit my hand, and the first one that hit the hand, the guy that said that hit the guy, and the fight is on. But now I want to ask you, because you're connected also to the Midwest and to the state of Illinois and Miss and that almost said something else. Hey, Holly Springs, y'all know I'm a part of Mississippi and things like that. But Chicago, he's coming to Chicago. Okay, he coming to your town. And
Yeah.
same thing I said what I said, even though I don't know a lot of people's locations and things. Now I know you're there. I know Brother Lee's around in there. Now, what do you think's going? He coming to your town? This is
Yes, he
Donald
is.
Trump, the
Yes, he is.
Republican nominee for president of the United States, is coming. Last time he came, it was almost trouble. I don't want to say a certain word, but it was trouble. What do you think's going to happen when this man come to visit your town?
Well, I will say this first. Good morning, family. I hope everyone is well. Um, I want to kind of scale it back to where the do you agree or disagree. First and foremost, I agree and I disagree. I agree to the fact that he was invited. I disagree that they will hold him accountable for the things that he has said and done. We get into those rooms and we will think one thing that will happen, and it's a totally different thing. What you have to understand and respect is Black Americans that follow him feel as though when they got into the stocks and crypto game and they began to elevate themselves as far as wealth, we liked his tax breaks. Black people need to tell the truth about what they like about him. They do not like his ideology, but they love his tax breaks. We're looking for an economic break. If the Democrats could give an economic break like Trump, then yeah, we would be Democrat all day long. But we've got to dissect, why is it the Black American likes Donald Trump? Why is it that he's invited in our spaces? He's invited in our spaces because we have allowed him to condition us to think that he will do right by us. And I don't understand, when people show us who they are, why is it that we don't believe them? That's my problem. Now, will he be accepted? He will be accepted as an invite, but as he was chased out of Chicago, Illinois, when he came to do a rally at a college, we will possibly do the same.
Well, wait a minute. Now, y'all ain't gonna chase the man out of there and run
He
him back to O'Hara
he
Airport or wherever
went,
airport he's going, and y'all gonna run the
I'm
man out of
sorry.
town?
He tried to come
No.
to Northwestern to give a rally years ago. We ran him out. He had to go. He couldn't do his rally. No, we're a
Wow.
democratic state. We're a blue state. Do not think that you could just put your clothes on, put your red tie on, and think you can just show up and not be treated like you don't belong here. One thing about it, we have division in Chicago. There is a division, but we will come together on you when necessary. And right after we're done dealing with you, we go right back to our spaces. We go right back to our division.
Wow, yeah, I believe that, brother Lee. And I said what I said. I ain't left y'all out. I said what I said. Say, for instance, he comes to your area, your main event, wherever 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 you reside in whatever state, and he comes there to your hood, your neighborhood. They say hood, neighborhood, and the featured speaker will be the Republican nominee for president, Mr. Trump. What would be your? I kind of know, but I can't think for you. I like to get your feel. If he was coming to your town, would you oppose? Which I'm not knowing. I think I know. But what would be your reaction? You heard on the morning news in your town that he's coming to visit.
Well, James, I wouldn't visit him personally. I wouldn't try to go to the rally, but I'm in a red state in Texas, and so the welcoming will be phenomenal. They would definitely welcome him, because I'm here with his crew, and so he would get a warm reception from the rest of the state. But our people would not welcome him, and I just want to say. Also, if we don't have a democracy, then the taxes don't matter. Like Robin was saying, they like the tax breaks and the stimulus checks, but those were breadcrumbs compared to what the millionaire and billionaires received. And so we have to stop thinking about our pocketbook and worry about our rights. Because if you get in office, nobody is going to have any rights. It's going to be a dictatorship. So people need to think about that also. The coup is
Mm,
still going on. Um,
yeah.
they have 70 people in all the electoral college in the swing states working for
Hmm.
the elections, so that they don't have to certify the election. He's going around telling the voters he don't even need their votes because he's planning another coup. So I don't agree with, I wouldn't care if he came or not. I definitely wouldn't attend his rally.
Well, I know that. Well, now, now, here, now. I said what I said. We got to cut the man some slack a little bit. I know that you say, what slack should we cut? The man ain't cut me no slack or whatever. Brother Lee and Miss Robin, I know that you are business persons, entrepreneurs in your own right, and there was something that was brought up by Robin that was she was saying, and I want her to elaborate as I ask this question. The tax breaks, the things that were given, the goodies that they say that this man has given out that people have that help a whole. I mean, according to businesses, tax breaks is what they want. They want to pay fewest taxes as possible. And I've always been told that businesses are just tax transfers. They transfer the money. They're the mechanisms that transfers the money. From a business sense, Brother Lee and Sister Robin, I want to hear from you. You can chime in after Brother Lee. Are there any what benefits are the benefits that Mr. Trump presented and made for quote unquote businesses? Is it help? Has it helped black businesses, people, men and women that work hard every day to have services and have businesses? Does it has it helped them? Have there is there any was there any benefit to it, Brother Lee?
Well, I ran a few businesses, and I'm going to state something that is a fact. Uh, Businesses don't pay taxes anyway, and I'll explain that. They pass the cost on to the consumer. If they pay more for corn, they're going to pass that cost onto the consumer. So what Donald Trump is doing is giving them money on top of that tax rate.
Tell
And
them,
see,
preach.
and see, that's the thing that's why these brothers, and I agree with the sister, these cryptocurrencies and things that these African Americans are getting into, they feel that they're outweigh their rights. They're willing to trade their rights for a little change, for
Exactly.
some crumbs. And they don't realize when Donald Trump gets in the office, it won't matter how much money you got or how much money you don't have. You're all going to be lumped in the same bowl. And see, if we don't see that, this man cares about nothing but himself and only those that can do something for him. And we better wake up and stop drinking them, eating them crumbs, and thinking that, oh, this is great because you know what? And I'm gonna say this: our sisters and brothers who died on that ship over here. There's more sisters and brothers that perished in that ocean on their way
Mm,
here than made it here.
you
You
better
know,
come.
we have to understand that they died for things that this is a dream to them to think that this thing could happen like this, and we are throwing it away for crumbs. And that's all I have to say on that subject.
Well, yeah, okay, and you said something that really touched me because when we in looking at this, and Sister Robin, I want you to come in on this. Do you think that the members of the other party, the Democratic Party, are not offering those incentives, or is it just the programs that people are just so glad about having, or what have you? But Sister Robin, that's another little part. But Sister Robin, I want you to respond to what Brother Lee has said.
This is what I will say. You have to think the mindset of a Democrat and the mindset of a Republican. And if you really sat down and looked at a Frederick Douglass Republican, you will find that there are some ideologies that you can honestly say, I agree. Number one, Democrats have tied poor people. I'm not going to say just African American because there are white poor people as well. They have tied us to programs. Programs do nothing but continuously keep us in a mind state that if you give me a program, I'll abide by the rules. We will never, we will never change our mindset to come out of poverty unless we realize what these programs are doing to us. That is what a conservative Republican, not a Donald Trump, but a conservative with sense Republican wants us to understand, come out of the programs. Now, this is what I will also say. We're very used to coming in the back door. As you can tell, Hillary Clinton went to the front door. Again, I thank her for that. But we always know how to get in. God has shown us. We go in through the back door. Kamala Harris came in through the back door, became vice president, and now she's a presidential candidate. Respect the back door. That's number one. Number
You
two,
say respect the back door. That's a nice
respect the
saying.
back door.
Yes,
Number two,
yes,
cryptocurrency and stock. Let's talk about it. Those that, like myself, I have run a business, I have been on welfare, I
yes,
have done it all. I wear all of those hats.
yes.
What I decided to do is when Joe Biden came in and gave us stimulus checks, I want to correct, you know, uh, I said what I said just a bit. It was Joe Biden who gave us stimulus checks, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump gave tax breaks. And let's talk about those tax breaks. Small businesses, like Mr. Lee said, those taxes go back to the consumer. What he was doing is giving the wealthy money on top of the money he had shifted off to the consumer. And that's what we don't want to talk about.
Yes.
And those that make over 100,000 owning a business, African American, is gonna vote for him because he gave them money.
Wow. Okay. Listen, this is hot. tomorrow. I'm just putting this out here as we wrap. Woo! See, I tried to tell y'all that are listening to WKRA and 92.7 on your FM dial and looking on YouTube. This is a hot discussion. Y'all came out the bushes and everything, and y'all just setting things on fire. I said what I said, Brother Lee, Sister Robin. Listen, I want to have this discussion furthered on tomorrow. We're going to see what happened in Chicago, but we're going to talk about the economic impact that's happening in our community, what we need to do, our opinions of what we should do, whether you own a business or not. It's just there's not enough time in the day for us to do what we do. Listen, you're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the morning takeover with James Mack, your host. Listen, Brother Lee, Sister, I said what I said, and Sister Robin, I hope and pray we can get together and come back. We're gonna make it happen on tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Y'all better be here. You better get your seat ready because I think we're gonna have a discussion that you're going to like. Tell your friends, invite somebody to listen and to participate in our show. Listen, I'm happy. Y'all just don't know how happy I am. The morning takeover on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. The morning takeover will be on tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock Central and 10 o'clock on Eastern time on this channel and on YouTube. Hey, I'm James Mack, your man on the street, and I'll be back tomorrow with my guests. Hopefully we can get them back. Thank everybody in the chat. I love you. It's not going to cost you anything to be kind to one another. Let's love somebody and love somebody right. I'll holler at y'all in the morning. It's going to be hot tomorrow morning. You better get ready for it.
Raw. No defeat on the morning. James Mack on the wave every morning, every day. Got the 92.7.